That's something that you can consistently hit. And the Karma, I think, would have tried the composition nicely.
Still a very strong pick. As, by the way, Guma has only lost one game on Caitlyn.
Shouldn't come as a big surprise if you have seen T1 play before. Guma is Caitlyn. It doesn't get pulled out too often, but whenever it does feel like it really hits the spot. Trying to maintain that, Death Jinx win rate of like a year or two ago, it did really take a big beating at some point.
Polbey?
Polbey is, just gonna flash, and obviously the player really struggling, but it also again beckons the question.
He's dead.
Yeah,
he just walked back into auto range.
Yeah, I have no idea why he did that. Happen, Youngjae. This is the core issue, I think, as to why we see so many Zyra struggles. Like, once you start falling behind,
Youngjae's going to take a huge amount of damage. He steps on a trap, so the extended range for the Nidalee goes in, and Owner and Faker just bullying Youngjae in between turrets.
Might be able to do something here.
Well, Paulo's going to miss his stun, and now he's in a lot of trouble. The Ignite comes down, and they get pushed away as Kerry is able to push past the turret himself. And already this game is off the rails, Chronicler.
Yeah, T1 with a lead is not a very fun interactive experience to play into. Unfortunately, is to just win skirmishes against T1, but at the very least it would have been playable, as Paulo should be able to get out, but Faker's chasing.
Yeah, Faker is chasing. He knows he has that Braum to try to set up, but now he's going to ult Morgan away as Morgan taking a ton of damage. Faker just frontlining as Tristana doesn't care. And as you mentioned, they are down a member, so T1 certainly getting in there and trying to make their case, but eventually it's a double kill for Polbey.
Get your own jungler ahead.
Uh-oh.
As, yeah, that's... Oh, he got it!
He actually got it, but he's also going to get his death here. You're not getting away from this Nidalee that has flash, as the root does come in. And no! Not the disengage cone, please! It's a disengage cone.
Oh, despair!
Oh, no, he's going to get away. Why is that cone there?
A win for Brion.
Yeah.
Because the 1.5K that they were behind at 5 minutes.
It's going to deny it from Tristana, which I feel like is the biggest thing. But at the end of the day, now they're trying to dive onto Zeus, even a TP, and there's 4 people here against Cassante. Surely they just kill him, right? As a lot of damage is going into Youngjae and Paulo, and now Owner is here. Zeus still alive, as the damage will eventually take him down, but Owner is just feasting on the members of Bro that are behind this turret. As Faker is here as well, a jump over the top. Faker looking for another kill as an ult goes into the Poppy, and now Faker's jumping in again. And Envy here by himself has to flash away. Very nice ult himself, nearly takes off Faker's head, but is not going to be able to.
This is a Tristana with flash. No buster shot though. Could be a moment.
All right, there's the flash, nicely done, and the hop is going to be canceled. Faker, he's just pushing forward. He knows he's dead, but trying to take out Envy here, might be able to. The flash forward, and he will be punished for that. As down he will go. Plates still up.
They're still up. It feels like this is one of those games where Plates should have gone down a while back. And Guma just continuing to PvE.
Oh no.
He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Just gets stunned by Braum. Doesn't respect the Braum. You have to respect that stun coming through. The second that goes down, a trap right under you, and you're not getting away. So Polbey's dead once again.
Mid lane turret's going to fall as well. I think Guma's goal was to get as many plates as possible. Maybe he watched Games Done Quick, last week. He's trying to get the speed running.
It's on replay now, by the way.
Yeah, he's not...
what's going on here? He's just going to kill the Ezreal, as there was so much damage done to him by Guma that Zeus was like, yeah, I guess I just kill him. Yeah. It's not okay. Well, now we're TPing behind Polbey, who didn't realize that there was a ward there. Now, TPs are coming in from Bro as the stun is going to hit. The spear is not going to hit, as a massive Magnet Storm is going to get the front line of T1, as they will be punished for their happy gaming. Bro, get in there and clean up a couple of them. And what can they get off of this is really the main question.
Oh, if this coincides...
5 as, Morgan going to cancel that one. And T1 don't seem to have a big interest in the Drake itself.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's just I told you!
They're actually just going for the init. They don't care about the Drakes. The Drakes are fake. They're false. They're not real.
Drakes can't hurt you, Valdez.
I can't see the Drakes. And now they're just going to start the Baron because of all the pressure they have. They might as well. They're so far ahead. 10,000 gold. Almost. 9,000. Close enough. Oh no, Carry even gonna get in front of the True Shot barrage.
This is very early though, they don't have that much damage, maybe.
Where's Young Jae? He's not in position, he's not gonna get there on time. The slow is there and he just can't get in there to smite it as, yeah, now they're thinking about engaging as MD getting a little bit close to the sun. A lot of traps here as well. Nice Magnus Storm, only gonna hit the Braum though, so not very nice actually. I take that back, cancel the nice. As now Zeus is going 1v2, 1v3 in the backline, gets the knockup, forces the flash, does die, as everybody is super low and Guma is charging into everybody, flashing forward onto Envy, and will take him down. And maybe T1 just end the game now.
They're not even playing the same game, Valdez. That's what we're witnessing for Guma, but I think this Nexus should drop.
All right, well, Paulo
trap
behind enemy lines, which is their own lane. Faker is going to flash and jump away, and Zeus now 1v5 in the backline himself. I feel like a lot of T1 members are like, please just end the game already. I want to go home. As Zeus, oh no, still alive here, gonna get a heal from Owner. As Faker goes over the wall, they take out Envy, and you are right, Chronicler, this is not the same game that these two teams are playing. Carrier goes down. Meanwhile, once again, Guma is frontlining against 4 people. And he doesn't have to because they are just so far ahead.
Oh boy. I wonder what actually I don't think Guma got a final. Maybe it was the Collector plus red buff that got the kill. It wouldn't have mattered.
He's got 3 items.
He does.
Oh.
Yeah, he went in, right? Valdez?
Very proactive. Love that. And Morgan is going to go down, as will this turret on the Nexus. And Faker is just going to jump into them. T1 do not care, as Faker will take him down. And the Nexus will fall at 23.5 minutes for T1's first victory.
Well, that's not
nope.
Right. So top
not
lane,
a single one.
No, top lane's winning.
Okay.
To be fair, I trust Morgan. You know, he got us as it gets. So that does make sense to me as Morgan doesn't have his E.
Yeah, it's just a bait here. The red buff coming down and Morgan's just dead. I mean, he has flash, but he's not even going to bother to use it. That's first blood going over to Owner. Very nicely baited out here by Zeus, as it was looking a little bit dicey for him, but just meant that Owner gets the kill as the handshake is going to miss. But now Paulo's very out of position here against the Callista as the Ren comes out, and double-ups have been nice from Samver. Owner's living his best brand life. He did full clear into kill, first blood into bottom side clear into dragon, which is very fast for brand. And
one of my biggest issue with the Tristana is that we do see Paulo on a roam here, but like realistically, she's so hard to lock down. Oh no.
Yeah, Morgan's in a lot of trouble here, just gets pulled back into multiple members. His Owner is even here as well. The preemptive swap coming out from T1.
Morgan isn't going to be able to get any of this.
Well, they might be approaching this turret once Paulo comes here, but with Brand nearby, with Owner here, they're not winning this trade. It is a 3v2, and they don't seem to identify that. Oh, the handshake is just dirty, as Paulo in a lot of trouble. Faker going to flash into the charge from the Sejuani, and yeah, he's going to die. So, nice little play traded back here from Bro, and actually Paulo did stay alive. Now, right?
You know, Braille with a team fight, wombo combo style composition, not being behind more than 1k gold, that's not too bad.
Not too bad. Look at this. Predicting Owner coming in, and Young Jae going to get ahead of the T1 jungler, as yes, the ult will be thrown in. That's a lot of damage. Faker not going to get the jump in time. Now he's going to jump towards the north, but he's going down. That's a solo kill from Karis over Faker, and he will be punished.
Edge of that ultimate, which, of all people, Faker obviously should have an inkling that he might be swept back there. And at the end of the world, T1 still going to be up and go to 6 grubs here. I don't think they're going to be feeling too bothered about this, but it's a better game than game 1. And after seeing the drop, I didn't see that one coming, and it's a big win for the Bros. Only some Void, as we do see a potential dive being set up here.
That's a handshake already. Paulo in a little bit of trouble, but he's not going to get hit by 3 abilities from Owner. As now it's actually T1 who are in trouble as a massive sweep. The wombo combo! It comes to life! as Bro will pick up the kills. They will take down 3 members of T1. Faker does get in and takes out Palu, but man, now we know what this comp does.
Try and take that down. It's going to be probably a Herald for turret trade. They do know Zeus is there, was spotted on the board earlier on. Palu and Morgan heroically trying to keep this turret alive. I don't think they can.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening. The Magnet Storm, very lackluster. The TP is going to get canceled. That's just not going to happen, as now it's a 3v2, make it a 4v2. Is Guma going to join up? Morgan, not very long for this world. The only question is, who do they give the kill to? It will be, in fact, Faker, unsurprisingly, who will pick up.
There were a lot of decisions that could have been made there, and unfortunately that was not the right one. If Karis TP's in a little bit earlier, I think it would have been fine. I think in general though, if you're playing for Herald and you're playing for top turret, just let them have the bot side turret. Don't try to win the map on every side of the map against T1. They tried, and they got punished oh so heavily, because now they lose their inner as well. 2 kills them have it. Like, you're playing on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
Already. Don't really need to go for this. Should be able to get mid lane with the mites. So that's it's not the end of the world for Brian. It just means that T1 is in a much better position, and I think realistically they should be in this game. I think that's what's happening here.
Maybe, yeah, a little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit, yeah. No, I'm still okay for now.
Throwing that 1-to-1 line.
Coffee.
Oh, you did?
No, I will.
Oh, you
at,
will?
7 p.m. as you do. We'll get there for Series 2 to keep me afloat. For T1, they only have to deal with this series, and, a couple of turrets did go over to Bro. And yes, T1 are getting some turrets of their own. This is kind of the Tristana special. If left unchecked, she just kills turrets.
Early game, and they had great team fighting, but it didn't feel like they really had that comeback.
Yeah. Crashdown was good. He got out of dodge. He's fine. Now they're going to start up the Baron, actually. Very nice proactive, play from Bro. And T1 don't seem to have any idea, as now they are. The blue trinket does come in, and they will 100% know as TP now utilized by Zeus. But Bro, they get the TP out of Zeus.
That's clean.
But they keep this leash. Faker just gonna...
That's not.
Yeah, gonna dash into 5 people, I guess. The fight's still going as Owner's in a lot of trouble. Down he goes. As Carrier gonna handshake here. That's a double kill for the MF, who is now 5-0.
They're playing them straight up.
True. It's not too difficult to do.
T1,
but they're doing it.
T1's just losing their mind. Brion, great Baron setup. They actually have a lot of damage with Karis. So the initial Baron setup is great. And then Zeus TPs and you're like, okay, you know what? Bro backs off, which I think is great. So they don't have someone like overextend inside, go into hand.
It is, that's the ult, but it is the Fate's call to answer. And so they will be okay for now, but the Baron buff, Red Bull Baron power play is just growing in size. They will take down this mid inner.
Actually, then trying to get into an objective as opposed to just being like, someone stand near the wave, we have prio, and we take it without actually threatening the turret. For T1, the outs start to become less and less obvious, right? We're looking at eventually, obviously, Faker's going to hit 3 items, kind of mediocre ones, right? Like Renekton is obviously insane. I think for Rel, it's really good. For MF, yeah, don't really get a whole lot of value. But the individual Drakes for MF are actually... Morgan needs to be careful not to overstep.
Okay, he's going to get away from that one. Nice reaction from Morgan. As now this turret is just being... Wait. Hold up. Guys, are they going to get the inhibitor here? Really? I mean, Youngjae is going to come back, and in the 3v3, I think they have to respect. Now, Guma is here.
Oh, if they can cancel the backs. Karis actually should be able to just get the top side inhib.
Yeah, he should be able to get this inhib. Meanwhile, Faker trying to go back, but it's too late. I mean, this inhibitor is already going down. So he's going to give up on that. He goes mid. And now the TP's coming out from Karis, actually. The inhibitor already taken down. And T1 going...
That ward is really, really important. Because they don't have any control of the jungle outside of that. Brion, are they going to risk it?
I think they are. Owner has flash as well as he goes in very early, and it will go the way of Sejuani. Youngjae gets the smite down. T1 in an awful spot, but now they have the front to back here. Morgan is going to go down. Carrier gets the bailout, and now Kazante is going insane, but Faker in a really rough spot. He's going to go down. Guma and Zeus, the only ones left alive here, but the core of Bro are still here, still pushing, and they have a Baron buff once again. as they try to get on top of Guma. He's hopping around, he's trying to dodge, and he has dodged everything until that last stun. And he will be taken down as Bro, 3 members strong, will win the team fight.
Gets actually flashes away from the ultimate as well. Very nicely done, but he doesn't get the smite. And even though Samver gets the ultimate off on only owner, he still ends up going there for Breon. 6k gold lead, another Baron goes
Look
their
at
way.
how fast the MF is. He's sprinting through the jungle and Faker's left all alone. Down he goes. Doesn't even have a chance to flash away.
I think that's it. Actually think the bot side in now, get the inhib there. And Breon, they're gonna get the game win. It's looking like Veldes.
Not surprising to me in the slightest.
He called it at the top of day.
Yeah. And Bro, they're pushing. They have the Red Bull Baron power play ticking. They have 3,000 gold from that one. As the wave clear is there with the brand and, you know, even the Cassante, but it's still going to be 2 inhibitors at least, and actually with the top inhibitor already down, that will, as they will punish T1, it looks like in this second game, unless T1 can pull off the immaculate and miracle holds here, as they are going to get on top of Karis. He does go into his Zhonya's as he's just tanking the MF ult, but he doesn't seem to care. Down will go Karis, as T1 actually do have a chance here. The flash in from Morgan. Guma is fine, but Zeus is not, and this MF is just way too large as Samver gonna take them all down. Faker gets stunned, and Bro is going to win game number 2. And a potential Penta to come in here if Samver can get close, but he's not going to risk it. Bro just wants the win, and they will have it against...
Through that mid-jungle as well. Actually really like the draft that Breon have here. Now I do think a T1 comp...
It's one place where... well, that's a nice little stun. He's going to push him into the turret, but actually Faker's in a lot of trouble. The solo kill again as Karis will go down and has to use his flash to do it. But look, it's happening. Now, Youngjae's going to find the boar and Sejuani. As, yeah, Owner's just 1v2 right now, and he's in a bit of trouble. They want to try to turn this. Nice knock-up, but Owner's just so low. The flash over the wall, the Q gets it done, as Owner does not respect the 2v1. And now Faker's in a lot of trouble himself. He has to flash, so there goes your flash advantage.
We don't look towards top CS.
That doesn't matter.
Morgan
It's not real.
did pick that.
We do have a wall coming down here, but everybody gets over the wall. So T1 should be able to take both of
they're going back.
Scrubs. Wait, they're... Okay.
Okay, they're not going back.
They did go back.
Seeing it in play as well, I'm like, I still don't...
I don't know about that one.
I don't know about that one, yeah. Generally, with counter picks, you're not really looking to take a big hit. Because if the Jax is picked, like... Because the Jax was picked third, right? First rotation on
And...
But it is!
Yeah, Morgan's dead. He does have flash, so maybe he can flash out of this one, but the hop has larger range, and there's the counter-strike flash on in from Owner, and the boomerang gets the job done. So he does have 1 sword, so that's better than nothing, I guess. Looks like T1 are going to take down 5 grubs, unless Karis and Palu can say something about it. Here they come, but the Meganar timing is also going to go down, but now the engage comes in from Keria. Here's another wall, and Palu is in a lot of trouble as he has to flash away, but the knockup is going to catch Karis out of midair. The turn trying to come out, though. Karis pushing forward, jumping into everybody. He does get the kill, and he jumps away. Karis able to make it happen. Only Palu has gone down. As now Morgan trying to be relevant, and I think, unfortunately, the timer has run out on this fight as Zeus is going to come in, and there's the knockup from Keria as well. And the Gnar is too strong. It was looking so good, but eventually...
Now even further ahead. He's Triforce, he's 3-0, he's up 40 CS. This Gnar is a real raid boss. We'll see if Brilliant can at the very least get a second dragon. It would be big!
Uh-oh. Oh, the smite is good. It's early from Owner. And Youngjae keeps his cool, is able to hold on to it. We got Ocean Soul.
The screen isn't gray, but...
Yeah.
We gotta talk about other stuff. I'm getting bummed out. This every top laner knows this feeling.
Well, we have a cleanse flash from Samver, and it's gonna be Morgan going bot here to go up against Guma for now, as the rest of the team is going to commit to the Rift Herald. You just had your top laner TP out of this one, and Zeus has his TP. So
there he comes.
Now Guma isn't here, and the turn is coming in, but the Rakan play is fantastic. Is it enough to save Owner? As, that blast code not going to help him, actually, as Karis, he is on something today, and the shots from the Jhin are so big from Samver. As now we do have Zeus, he is isolated, and they get the shutdown onto Morgan as well. Bro are coming back, they call the bluff of T1.
That's, you get the shutdown onto Morgan of all people, and the call from Breon is actually really good, because if T1 actually has Zeus there for the entirety of that fight, you're never ever winning it. But what happens is they pull the trigger, they go for the engage. T1 isn't... One more of those fights though, it might be looking a little bit better, but yeah, I think they have to give this up. With the members' advantage there, we do see Samber is on his way, but doesn't have the ultimate just yet, and he can't walk for this jungle. This is T1 territory.
Well, it's going to be Guma getting engaged on as Palu wants to deny the T1 territory, as now we got TPs coming in here. Guma in a lot of trouble. He's not able to Featherstorm until the very last moment, but the pullback is huge. It doesn't matter. Karis is on the hunt once again, charging into multiple members as down will go Faker.
They're doing it!
And Morgan, he's got another Counter-Strike. He's going to live, bro. They're winning another fight, down 3K, as the hit here from YoungJ is huge. He stays alive, but the Meganar not going to be enough. Karis is just going off in this one. Karis and Samber, they sub in for game number 2. They shut it down in game number 3 as well, and bro, they're still behind.
As Feldos highlighted, still behind in gold. I think maybe once this mid lane turret falls, it'll be relatively even. But if they can get the Ocean's soul point on this next play, ultimates are going to be up. It'll be really, really big.
Absolutely.
Valdez.
Okay. And, you know, T1 still haven't fought on their terms yet, so let's see how this one looks as the ult goes straight into YoungJ. That's not going to be good. A lot of damage being thrown into Palu. Those are not the right targets for T1, but Palu eventually does get low. The steal on the Dragon as well, and YoungJ is low himself. A lot of low health bars here on the side of T1. Faker going to be isolated, and now the forced Featherstorm as well from Samber onto Guma. As meanwhile, YoungJ trying to go 1v2 against Keria and Zeus, not really working out, but Karis once again unchecked, and the frontliner that is Morgan is huge as another hop comes in. Karis looking to take down Guma and Owner, not going to be able to, but does put
for Breon. They are going to get this mid lane turret now finally. And the bros are doing it. Look at the...
He's just unchecked, and Samver, there's no engage on him either, as now maybe an opportunity here for T1 as Palu a bit out of position. YoungJ being chased as well, as Palu might just have to be left here as a sacrifice. The wall does come down, and Palu not even going to flash. So down goes the bro supports. They're not going to be asking twice. They're just going to go for the Baron.
Yeah, big thing here is that they also used a lot of cooldowns. Samver does have his ultimate. I think that Jhin ult is going to be big.
Oh, the flash on in. They want to isolate. Zeus says the Steric shield is massive, though, and now a huge Gnar ult is going to win this one for T1. You would imagine Morgan being chased down, and he will eventually go down as well. Samver still firing shots. Owner trying to block here. Faker still going to eat a bunch of damage. A lot of poke did go down onto T1. Even the sapling, you talked about this actually in the draft as well. That's not going to hit YoungJ, but Samver looks like he will be isolated and killed. So it does work out in the end for T1.
And T1, they take a beating, but they still come out on top. Zeus can be back in 10 seconds as well, as can Karis. YoungJ, crucially, he doesn't have an easy way in, doesn't have his flash available. I don't know if he can get a W off. I think they should be able to zone him away. The health bars are low, but I don't think it's going to matter. And T1 get the Baron. That should be enough to regain control of this game.
Doesn't get any CC on him, and he's just jumping around. Speaking of which, in live, we have him being bullied, and down he will go. So T1, they find him, they save their CC for him, and Owner will make it happen.
The Magic Might have passed. Breon going to try and look for something here. No ult on Samver, though. So YoungJ just going for an ult to try and keep this mid lane turret alive for a little bit that you get out of that.
It's close.
It was. If he wasn't as fed as he was, that could have been huge.
He wouldn't have the Sterics, he wouldn't live. And this is what happened afterwards. This is how Karis got caught. Just trying to trade with Zeus and a nice flash, but then eventually, you know, Jax, which is a heavy auto attacker. It just feels like, you know, armor in general, but also the Randuins against the 280 carries. They're going to build crit. It's going to just feel amazing. Jax as well, you know.
Yeah, Jax can go Zhonya's 4, yeah. But like that doesn't really do it. Yeah, that's not enough.
So Zeus is just unkillable, is the point. As now we do have this Maokai ultimate to be thrown in, and it doesn't do much. Not going to push them off of the inhibitor either.
In his inventory already. Imagine he wants to look towards a Thorn Mail.
This is a very interesting fight as the Solar Flare goes very wide and Morgan's dead and so is Palu.
I guess that's just it.
Just not
That
expecting
can't
them to
be how
stay
it ends.
at this point in time. As here comes the quickness. Karis will be caught this time around as the follow-up comes in, and Karis does hop away, but Owner also very tanky, and again, Zeus is unkillable. It looks like T1, they've had their fun tonight, but at the end of the day, they will just pick up the clean 2-1, nothing to see here, up against Bro. Eventually, maybe not right now, but looks like we're heading in that direction, guys.
Really does. Mid lane inhib goes down as well. T1 can just go back, set up an objective. These shots, I don't think we're gonna let Faker get hit. I think the reinforcements were very ready for that.
Nobody is.
Nobody comes out unscathed.
Yeah, exactly. As now we're looking for the Gnar here once again, but Young Jay just unfortunately not that tanky. He's only got Warmogs, and Eliandres. There's a lot of damages coming out actually from the 80 carries of Bro, but I feel like the wallets are just too heavy as now Faker gets into that backline and Karis eventually will be taken down by the Gnar. And here comes Zeus bouncing over that wall. The knockup will miss, but yeah, I'm just gonna throw an ult into the winds. Why not? That's what I would do.
It's a revitalized Breon, but it just isn't enough. T1, in the end, rely on their team fighting. Faker might die. I don't think it matters.
He's baiting them in. Samver just going to open up the curtains and immediately gets flashed on by Zeus. He's like, how dare you open the curtains against us? And it's not going to happen. We'll keep that room in darkness for now.
These are the best highlights from the matchup between NS and KT during the 2024 LCK Summer Split.
He's currently like full clearing, 3 minutes in.
Yeah.
And might be looking for a play
Unless you're
here.
Chan.
Yeah,
Skates
well,
is 3 minutes,
yeah, no,
30 plus. We're just diving the turret, and you know, level 4 Ivern, pretty good at doing that. And you see that Jew totally zoned away from the wave. Googer's still here, as they do want to go in for this one once again, as Ivern is going to tank it up, and there's the damage. First blood with the ignite does go over to Beryl. And nice juggling of the turret aggro. They are posturing pretty far forward, but already one of these grubs is going to go down. It's going to turn into a 4-on-4. BDD ready and waiting with his ult, and now the Hex Flash comes in from Beryl. That is an Aatrox in a bunch of trouble, but has the World Ender, and now Beryl taking up a ton of damage in the front line, but so is Sylvie, and Sylvie will be the first one to go down as Beryl, oh no, he gets sniped. I thought he was going to get out of there. Also, another grub did go down to the side of KT as they get the cleanse here out of Jiwoo, and he is in a lot of trouble as well. Down he will go. Level 4 Senna, not able to do too much at this point in time as they give the kill over to BDD.
And Beryl staying alive there is absolutely pivotal between Eclipse and W, so gonna chew for this relatively quickly as he's setting up for a dive towards the top side. Pioshi does have Smite, so she'll be able to get the blue buff at the very least. They did take a game of Genji in between Spring and Summer. So, oh, Sylvie.
Well, he's going to run into a lot of CC here. They don't have much damage, but might just be enough to keep him in place for long enough. As now over the wall, here comes BDD. Didn't even really need him, but he helps a little bit at the end. As Hui Fisher did throw his ult in, but not for Pioshik. And yes, we do have Zeeks here for Sylvie as well, but just feels that like that early redemption spike in team fights can be so huge. As now they're going to get the engage on the Sylvie once again, as the follow-up ult comes in, but Daisy, I told you he was a friend, he is going to block that one, and now we do have the kill on a Sylvie. Down will go a bunch of people swept into the team. That's just going to be a double kill here for Deft. As Fisher, he's getting flanked by Perfect, who ran behind the turret just to bully the way. As the Blast Cone is probably going to do it to me again, isn't it? Oh, nice blocking here, but eventually the Fear comes in, and Fisher only survives because of a random Blast Cone in the jungle.
Okay, to be fair, he did actually play that well. It's a good point.
Are they going to? No. They're just creating room, as Ivern has a real friend in BDD to take down the dragon. I hope.
So now Daisy isn't real anymore.
It's the Yasuo.
Exactly.
That was
it's
really
like
cool.
the projection.
Yeah. Well,
can we do something here?
they're going to try. I mean, this turret isn't even... Okay, it will go down, But now we got a TP from the side of KT as well, and Deft is not dead yet. He tries to flash into the Aatrox, and finally he will be taken down, as now, with the TP and everything, Noshim just have a huge man advantage. Tanaka will come up from the Cassante, but even Cassante isn't crazy enough to get out of this one. A nice play from Noshim, as they will pick up 3 kills.
And it was Valdez, and that's a win.
Yeah, it's about to be cut down a bit here as well. We're going to take this bot turret, get...
Yeah, actually, good point.
It's League of Legends.
Fair
I mean,
enough.
it's not
Yeah,
us.
well,
It can't be. Has to be
no
everyone
way.
else, yeah. Well, Barrel's going to go in, and he's got Daisy, the real friend, to help out. And you know what? He's providing a really great front line. There's not a lot of damage into Barrel, and now they have Redemption, and he's going to get healed up. And there's the Fate's Call as well, as TP is coming in, and Mihail now might just tear Barrel apart, but he's still alive somehow, flashes away, and finally goes down as a lot of damage comes in. The divide is not great. It's Perfect also going to be ulted up here, flashes on top of BDD, and Jiu's getting a lot of value here out of that Senna. If that hook hits Death,
Then Nongshims, so we do see Way consistently spotting out who's hiding in those brushes. It's a big fight, Vel, that's about to come up here for this dragon. Possible sword point for Nongshim.
Whoa. Very nice flash from Pyosik, and now Barrel's going to get in there as Guger got himself into a rough spot. The Fate's Call just to reposition Barrel here as he throws himself back into the front as BDD is going to find Fisher, but the follow-up a little bit slow. He is surviving. Finally, he will go down, and the Redemption keeps BDD alive for even longer. And all the while, Deft is just raining down spears into everybody in this one. Meanwhile, Mihail wasn't even there. He was just zoned the entire time by Perfect, so it's a huge team fight win over to KT, and they want to bite off more.
That's the fight that KT was looking for.
You guys can't stay here. They're just trying to defend this turret. That's not really going to work out for them, as Barrel will just die to the turret. Just Barrel things, you know? And they will take down the mid turret eventually, as you guys should.
They stall with Fisher until Mahal TP's in, but I already think they have the ward set up, and no, we're going to see instead.
Seen one of those in many, many years.
Yeah, if I remember
Even though it
correctly,
wasn't around
so
many years
it gives AP and ability haste based on mana regen.
Yeah, they're just doing the Baron here, and that's going to be the Ivern for the smite. And now we do have the front line getting pretty low on the side of KT. Pyosik is very low, but he's eating so much of this damage, and even Mihail on the Aatrox not able to survive for long enough, as Fisher not going to be feeling too good about frontlining on the way, as KT, they get the Baron and 3
shielding, the healing to come through. Everyone on KT ends up staying alive, and if Mahal doesn't get the big resets, if he can't buy space,
oh boy,
the fights just aren't going to be old lead here. Should be insurmountable for Nongshim.
Yeah, and now from ahead, the Ivern just feels like the value is just insane. I mean, the shields that he gives, you know, you remember that buff, that big buff on that patch that Ivern got, where we were like, oh, we're going to be seeing Ivern all the time. I think it was at the beginning of spring, actually. Not 100% sure. Maybe it was last summer, but it's you just have shields up all the time. It's just gigantic shields with 3.5 items, and everybody is tanky now. So, you know, maybe lacking a little bit of damage, but if you never die, then Kalista and Azir are going to be 2 of the best at just staying alive in team fights forever.
Way also needs a lot of rotations to actually get through any of them.
Yeah.
Given that Fisher hasn't really been able to accelerate. And then Gio, I actually love the Serpent's Fang. I think that's a great buy, especially together with the Executioners, but it's just not enough damage. There's not enough time. And KT looking to go to a very comfortable 1-0 lead here. A lot of cooldowns being thrown, but not a whole lot being found, Valdez.
Yeah, and if you're ever in doubt, you can always head back to your giant bush farm that you've got back there. And now Barrel's just going to pull the trigger on the engage, force the flash out of Guger, as now they're trying to engage on a Cassante. That's how you know things have gone horribly wrong. As down will go the turret now, and we got the front line coming in. Perfect. Oh, he's just got everybody up against that wall. And he might go down. Even Ivern not going to be able to save him, but the Nexus of Nongshim will be the one that goes down in this game. Mihail surviving for about forever, but it just does not matter. KT pushing in as they run out of the Baron buff, and they are up against a Hui. I'm not sure it's going to matter here, Chronicler.
As BDD, yeah, he's just flexing on him.
Yeah. Just dabbing on the haters here as he does take down another member of Nongshim, and they're just going to gather around the fountain. Just that extra bit of BM as they look for that one extra kill. It's not going to happen. Down will go the Nexus. Poppy's a similar vein.
Yes!
And it's just Taric! Just...
Woo! I told you Barrow was going to do.
Make a play here, but everybody's level 5. So
cute there. Sylvie making sure that they actually get it. I don't think they can actually make it here in time, though.
might be able to fight afterwards, but oh, the flash out of the Leona here. Beryl with the killer instinct on the Taric. Not even the right champ as Cougar now flashing away, and Deft is just going to get in there and try to collect first blood, but now immediate cleanse. Deft is struggling, but he does get the first blood and immediately does get traded back, but still 400 gold does go to the pockets of Deft.
But it's good.
Just die.
It's a good death.
Chronicler 2024.
It's a good death.
Uh-huh. Deft is fine. A little jump scare here for the crowd who's going crazy.
Guys.
And Fisher just back, so yeah, no, he's fine. But the rest of the guys down here on the bottom side, not very fine. Way too deep to try to get Deft or something.
He doesn't have that much mana. This could be a good angle.
Yeah, BDD's actually in a lot of trouble here. He does have the flash, but he is going to get a very nice shockwave. It just dodges the follow-up from the Leona. He's totally fine, actually. And now the Taric ultimate coming on in. You're not doing any damage to that, as the timing very nice here from Beryl. Waits until they absolutely need it. And then the turn comes in. Another kill under the belt of KT.
BDD didn't even have to flash.
He just walked it off.
Mael shows up, but they don't. I think there's really an angle here, as the ward will cancel Cougar's back. And I hope we get a replay of that.
Especially from ahead. It definitely feels like a win more kind of situation in this one, as we do have the Sejuani being fully engaged on, and now the Yone gets the full turn as the Taric ultimate comes through, but you're already so low and the TPs are raining down from both sides. Perfect trying to frontline, and now the Ezreal and the Aatrox have an angle here as BDD and Perfect desperate to try to get some kind of kill. Finally, the all-out comes out onto the Aatrox, the one guy who was not low enough for Perfect to kill. As now it looks like he's just going to try to run out of this one. Might be able to, as the flash comes in. Gio does not want to put an end to this one. Gets the flash, and now the turn comes out as Beryl is going to go down. And Deft trying to frontline here into Gio. Doesn't have enough damage through the barrier as KT baited into sticking around so that Mihail can get more hits into them. As he wants to get one more. Woo! He's going to have a chance here on a Deft, who is going to get knocked up and eventually does get taken down. Noshim chased them forever and turn the fight in their favor. Somehow Pioshik is going to get the Rift Herald. I guess it's in trade for this Dragon here. Noshim wanting to stack up those Hextech Drakes early, which does make sense, but KT are getting a lot of gold to immediately come back in the game now. So one Drake to go to Noshim, but KT sticking around in terms of gold parity.
Second game for me out. Any traps?
Yeah, this one, Fisher is going to just Unbound Soul, as now we do have it coming out, and the stun, as now Pioshik is going to go in, and there's that offensive nature. He goes in, but there's so many members of Noshim still here as the Sejuani ultimate comes in, and the Yone is dragged out of position, but they still get the Cassante down, as Beryl going to have to walk on an awkward angle here, in a bit of trouble himself. And they have to use the Fate's Call as well, as now he's going to throw himself back in. They get the kill, and a chance for Deft to extend this, and Beryl is still alive on the backside of this fight somehow. Pioshik doing Krugs is like, wait, we're still fighting? And he's back. And now we have the flash in here from the side of BDD. Still on the chase is the entire team. Is Pioshik just going to smite him down for the kill? And now this is the perfect Kalista moment. Everybody's super low. They're all running away from you. And Deft is able to pick up a final kill.
Oh, and now ill-advised Baron. That ended up not backfiring, but it was a little scary there, Valdez.
Oh, a nice sidestep here from BDD. Also going to miss that one, but he can't get out of the Yone ult. That's going to do the trick, as everybody and the kitchen sink gets thrown into BDD, and they do take him out.
Noxious like, see champion, kill champion. Missing ults, doesn't, oh God, now it's them. Well, Pioshik gets the back, but he can get it very, very quickly. I don't think that they're gonna, they might get it, but it's gonna be a flip. Pioshik gonna make his way over.
Oh, they want to engage onto the Taric, but it's Fate's Call to come through, and Perfect TP's into this one. So they do get the TP. Will they continue on the Baron? It looks like yes, they will.
Oh, it's a flip. It's a flip, Valdes!
It's just a flip. It's just a straight up flip. Okay, they're gonna stop damage. Stopping damage. Waiting to take the fight. The Taric ultimate used expertly. The timing is fantastic as now they're putting in the damage, but the spike goes to Sejuani. Sylvie to get it down in the flip. And it should go all the way on Nongshim. Even perfect. Not gonna take out Jiwoo here. And it's BDD to do it, but it's still Nongshim that wins.
I think Nongshim is looking good. The main question is, can they turn this into no one getting caught inside and actually getting the next dragon? Because it's Nongshim, and I'm a little scared that someone's just gonna get caught and die, and I don't want that to happen. I want to go the full distance. Valdes, you called it.
There we go. They're gonna get on top of Fisher here as the CC chain comes in perfectly, but he is able to flash and get out, so not so perfect after all. Here, and KT, you do have the option to just drop this as well. Let's see what they want to go for as the sun goes in, but that's Leona as True Shot Barrage gets it, and that's the angle from Fisher. Pretty huge, and now Deft in the front line, speed flashed on, but the Taric ultimate timing is very good. He is going to stay live, and the Yone ultimate in the front line, a huge shockwave from BDD might just get the trick done, as now you've got Perfect finally able to frontline. Down will go Barrel, but he is nothing compared to Perfect on Cassante. Jiwoo still alive.
Can they get Warmox?
Still trying to kite this one out, but he is going to avoid the knock-up here, but BDD just does way too much damage at this point in time. The follow-up comes in from KT, and that should be, you would imagine, the Hextech Soul to KT.
Oh, Nongshim! They get so close to killing that, but I think they were in a great position if they played that slower, wait out the ultimate, and leave it be. Oh, Sylvie, he's trying, but yeah, I think Perfect. He's the guard. Standing there. Oh, Sylvie, you gotta try, you gotta try, you gotta try, you gotta try. Just Q in.
Nope, too late.
He doesn't have flash, so he does die. Just use the power of that. Don't unnecessarily flip.
Flip it. It's KT. Challengers, baby.
Don't do it, KT.
No, it's fine. It's challengers, baby.
They're gonna. We know it's happening.
Everybody is taking damage right now.
Oh no!
Sitting there, the Taric ultimate though once again is huge, and the front line from Fisher this time is just not good. And now they're able to turn onto the Baron, an easy smite for Pyoshik. And now 5v4, they are running at them. The Hextech Soul helping out quite a lot. Jiwoo once again trying to be the one guy holding this team together. But I don't think he's quite able to do so as waiting. Jiwoo has to flash away already. And BDD just waiting with that ball for a potential shockwave at this point in time. Didn't have to use it onto Fisher. And that's going to be the turret, the first one in mid to go down.
KT able to get the, and this is where you see those longer.
It's Ezreal. I mean,
yeah,
he does do a lot of damage, just in general, like AoE damage in team fights, he's spamming a lot. But unfortunately, it's not quite enough to get the team across the line for Jiwoo, who's having a good game, but not able to carry at this point in time. So the push coming in from the bottom side.
We got a flank war.
Left on Baron.
KT really won the mid lane as well.
Yeah, mid and bot would be huge. As you mentioned, top would be best, but ooh, nice stun actually. Def gonna jump back into it. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he still has clamp. Well, as long as he can kill the supers, I guess they're fine. I think KT just pulled the trigger on this now, like really go in on this aggressively.
The second the True Shot Barrage sailed past, they started it. And now TP used by Fisher here and now by Mihail, but it's a little bit late. I mean, this Elder, it's already so low and they don't have any vision and it's just gone. They just take the Elder Drake away from Nongshim. And now the Taric Ult's gonna help out excellently here. Pyoshik gets pretty low, but he is the only one. BDD as well, actually being hounded by two, but this game is over. The Elder goes to KT. As we have a triple kill actually going the way of Pyoshik as well. And we are going to have a 2-0 here from KT over Nongshim tonight. Oh.
And KT fans, I'm sure at no point in that game felt any form of stress for Nongshim. You can see that's a rough loss. That game felt like it might have been in their grasp and it just wasn't meant to be. KT, they got the Dragon, they got the Baron, they got the Elder. they're going to get the 2-0 here. Happy faces as KT continue their redemption arc. Come on, KT.
All right, they're lining up. Nicely done. Good picture there at the end. Excellent form.
These were some of the best moments from the matchup between NS and KT during the 2024 LCK Summer Split. Which moment was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below.